things to do, and all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to the home of the Baylor Bears, McLean Stadium on the banks of the Brazos in Waco, Texas. As we'll see, the number 13 team in the country, the Kansas Jayhawks, taking on another unit from the Big 12, the Baylor Bears. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. And the Jayhawks will kick it off to get us underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Baylor Bears offense makes its way onto the field to open this game. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And a part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well together.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through it. How about that nice, big, huge game? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Nice pick up there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the wideout. To the air, it's Bean. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And he's got it inside the 15-yard line. They'll mark him down right there, but it is a big play, and they'll move the chains. They're looking to pass from the red zone. And to get rid of it quickly. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it. When you have a conference as deep and balanced as this Big 12 is, it's important to get off to a quick start in conference play.
Yeah, you're going to be challenged each and every week here in the Big 12 Conference. Since they've expanded, the quality of this conference has gotten so much better. So, David, big challenge here to make sure mentally your mind is right starting the season off today.
Yeah, I mean, to make your...
Touchdown, Baylor! They grab the early lead. Getting set for the extra point now, putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Kansas offense will take the field for the first time. And the heart of this team clearly rests on the offensive line. A group of maulers, David, who take pride in what they do.
Man, I think if you're a coach, you take pride. Like, it starts up front. Like, you win and lose games with physicality, and they lean on all the big fellas up front, the hog mollies, the big uglies, the most unselfish players on the field.
It's old school, man. We're in an era of college football where it's up-tempo, spread, air raid. Games are still won and lost, though, in the trenches. And because this is one of the best offensive lines in all of college football, that is a huge advantage this offense takes into each and every game.
Back to throw, it's Duggar. He rifles one deep to the left. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
The Jayhawks come to the line on third and short, trying to keep the drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. And the Jayhawks will line up to punt it away. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Offense working from the pistol. The give. Finds his way for three out to the 33.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up, you can get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your running back.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And the Bears will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. The Kansas offense returns to the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. The give to the tailback. Turning it on! You couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to go right back to him on first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. To the air, it's Duggar. Going for it all. Touchdown, Kansas. They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open, and he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. Out of the gun to give to the back. Got the first down, looking for more. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a first down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. From the 33, it's 1st and 10. On the option. Now the pitch. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
He's got him. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. The Bears have it with a 1st and 10. They'll go back to the ground. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
And after having a nice game like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and taking a shot. Because even if it's incomplete on 2nd down, on 3rd, you won't have that long to go.
Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was running. I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bears!
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. To throw, it's Duggar. Got it set up on the outside. Crosses the 30, he's got away. Breaks into the open. Ridden out of bounds at the 45, a big play for this offense.
Phenomenal play call by the offensive coordinator. You're calling screen passes to take advantage of a good pass rush, and that's exactly what happened. The offensive linemen, they just let those defensive ends run up the field. Quarterback did a perfect job holding on to the ball to the last possible second, getting it out to his running back, and man, that running back had a convoy out ahead of him.
Oh, he's got a chance. Got the first down and more. They got this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. Lining up from the 34 on first down. Might as well give it to him again. They get him stopped after a pickup of 5 to the 28.
And after a successful run like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on second, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on third.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They'll run it from the gun. They make the tackle at the 22. We'll give him 5 yards on the play. It'll be enough for a first down. Both teams made no secret they wanted to target their big play receivers, and they've done just that in the first. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. They'll send the back in motion. And some room to work. Spin move. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
The Jayhawks will try to punch it in on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he got nothing, and the line of scrimmage is still the 5-yard line.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
A little release to the back. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Jayhawks.
Yeah, how about the design of the play? Doing a great job. Get it to your man, your running back, now turn receiver in space, and let him do damage. Let him catch the football. He can do the rest. Be that special player in space that you know he is, and get into the end zone.
The extra point here would tie the game. And he tacks on the extra point. So it's an 80-yard drive, and the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Well, that's their third sack of the game, and we knew statistically coming into this game, this was one of the top 25 units in the nation getting after the quarterback. I just love how athletic they are up front, and they are giving this offensive line headaches and nightmares up to this point of the game.
He lets one fly deep, and a big play on the outside. What a job to keep those feet in bounds and get the completion.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Looking downfield, it's Bean. Pocket breaking down. Hauls it in.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense. And the Bears come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play.
gun. They'll run it inside. Can't get him to the ground. And that defense just ran through that offensive front. He broke a couple of tackles, but nowhere to run. 3rd and short now from their own 48. He'll set up to throw. He's got him wide open. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. It's on target and complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these 3rd downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10.
Offenses that are great on 3rd downs, what do they do most of the time? They keep it in manageable situations where they're not predictable, not just dropping back to pass. They do it here on 3rd and short. They convert. This offense has been so efficient on 3rd downs all throughout this season.
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. The option look. He'll toss it. And that one will go and reverse. The defense all over that pitch on the option. As they come to the line on 3rd down, already 2 for 2 on this drive, going for the hat trick and the score. Pressure coming. Wideout trying to get it in. He found some running room, but needed just a few inches more to put it in the end zone. They'd hoped to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a 4th and short.
Really good job by the defense being physical.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Baylor!
And the head coach is going to keep going for it on 4th down because his offense responds like that. Your coach gives you the ultimate vote of confidence. Down on the goal line, we're going for it. I believe in you guys to execute and get us in the end zone, and they pay it off. Phenomenal job up front by the offensive line. You love to see a team respond to their coach's confidence.
And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Kansas offense returns to the field. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Scanning the field, it's Duggar. Unloads to the wideout. It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy at 2nd down.
Hopefully that's not going to affect the quarterback's confidence going back to this guy later. That was a catch he should have made. He dropped it. Let's see what the QB does moving forward.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Got his man. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. A couple of yards short of the first down in your own territory, but they are going to go for it on 4. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime. And the Jayhawks have it with a 1st and 10. How about that elusiveness? He's got space. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
Well, right away after picking up the first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on 1st down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
Quickly to the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. Gives it to the back on the draw. He makes the tackle at the 37. It's a pickup of 5. That's good enough for a first down. The Jayhawks pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Back to throw, it's Duggar. Still looking, on the move. And he just chucks it into the 4th row.
And that goes down as an incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. He's looking deep. And he was pushing for that goal line, but the D stopped him at the 2.
I love when you back the defense off of you. If you want to get aggressive, I'll take shots down the field, make the defense play more conservative, and now what? Now you're in the red zone with a chance to get some points.
And now a chance to pull even. 1st and goal as we get late in the first half. They'll try to get it in with the run. And they can't punch it in with a 1st down run, and the defense has 1 stop. And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. Trying play action. Here's a heat. Touchdown, Rock Chalk. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for 2, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Handoff to the lone back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Men, it should come as no surprise that we have ourselves a fun matchup in Waco. And it's been a hard-fought battle today. Two teams out there playing ball and treating this crowd to a memorable first half. Seems to me, and I know I'm going to sound like a coach here, the team that limits turnovers and strings together productive drives is going to be the one celebrating a well-earned victory today. And with that, let's send it back to the guys along the banks of the Brazos River at McLean Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. The Bears will line up to kick off and start the second half. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. And the returner goes down. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. Give to the back. Creates a little space. Got enough for the first. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They'll keep it on the ground. He's brought down at the 41-yard line. It's a pickup of 5 and enough for a first down. And the Jayhawks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Dropping back, it's Duggar. They're working that left side. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. They'll run it out of the shotgun. That's a 20. He's got space. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it's going to be hard to stop.
The Jayhawks back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. They've got the screen set up. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Rock Chalk Jayhawk. And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
And when you run these screen plays, you're trying to get your playmaker the ball in space, and what a great job. They get it to the running back, but look at the blocks out in front. Everybody paving the way, creating some space, and then he's got so much speed, he can take care of the rest. Really, really nice screen pass.
And the extra point makes it a 28-21 score. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays, and they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. They're down by a touchdown, but hoping to dial up some plays and pull even in what's turning out to be a really good football game. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job beating the offensive lineman to get to the QB.
And the Bears now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Looking to throw, it's Bean. Fires to the wideout. He's open on the right. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Off the play fake on first down. The throw. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play.
Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to find another play.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack first down. You've just thrown an incompletion, so 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking for a huge play. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 4th down.
And that's why that guy plays DB and not wide receiver. DBs generally don't have as good of hands as wide receivers. That ball should have been picked off on 3rd down. Come on, man. That could have been a pick 6.
He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. The Kansas offense returns to the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Looking to throw, it's Duggar. Oh, they're after him. Got a wide open receiver. He'll walk and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds.
Man, you see tight end matchups all over the field all the time now. Used to just be in the red zone. Now you just find the big fella, you put him in the slot, try to give him the ball as much as possible because you know he can make big plays.
Starting a drive like that really builds confidence. First down from the 45. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Trying to impose their will with the run. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Can you believe this? The offense is going for it on 4th down. Looking for the end zone. And the incomplete pass lets this defense get the ball back for its own in great field position. Leaves it with the back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. The big
fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Now the play fake. Under fire. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
I tell you what, if I'm this QB, I am ill as a hornet at my offensive line. Are you kidding me? That's the 6th time they put me on the ground. Dudes, will y'all protect me a little bit better, please?
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down. The Bears send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. They'll move the tight end. The inside handoff. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Sends it back in motion. Back to pass. It's Duggar. Bought a little time. Lets it go. Makes the grab. And he'll have enough for the 1st down at the 42. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Running behind that left side. Got enough for the 1st down and wants more. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29.
And I tell you what, we can focus on the left side of the line of scrimmage because that's where the play starts. But you don't get big gains when you run out wide unless wide receivers, yes, wide receivers, commit to blocking, staying on their guys. Really good job on the outside by giving the running back space to make the big play.
Quickly complete. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the 1st down. And the Jayhawks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the 2nd half. We've got the lead, 3rd quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
That's the end of the quarter. Kansas has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a 1st down in the red zone at the 14. The Jayhawks kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Hand off from the shotgun. Got enough space. Touchdown, Kansas. And they take it in for 6 more points. That one ought to give them firm control of this game, and they have gotten things going here, about to move to 4-1. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. Dropping back, it's Bean. Under fire. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
They got more sacks than a grocery store. Goodness gracious, time and time again, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground. This defense having their way.
And the Bears have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. Throws to the wideout. Working on the right. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Good throw it over the top of the knee. It's him in stride inside the 10. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it 1st and goal. He's looking to pass. Chunked it away just as he was hit.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? The run up the middle, looking for the score. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
A field goal really doesn't do much for you in this situation, so they'll go for it on 4th and goal. Wants to throw. It's Bean. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's one way to make a stop. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the 4th quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. You make a big play. Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
He's got a little room. He'll pick up 6 out to the 13. And the Jayhawks with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground. That hole closed quickly, a pickup of 1 to the 15.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You've got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
The Jayhawks will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. This is a spot you see many returners try to take a chance, but not this time. The fair catch just inside the 40. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, and it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We move the football down.
Oh, it's picked off. Oh, at the worst possible time. He'll try to take it back. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Jayhawks. As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column.
Really got to to be impressed with the defense here. Late in the game, still firing off the ball and still making plays. What a great job, not just picking it off, but taking it all the way back to the house. That pads their lead, and that should do it. You think that should do it now to get the win.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this...
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. The Bears want to crank the tempo. He just terrorizes quarterbacks, his 30th career sack. He's got it down the left. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Bean. Unloads it left. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the fourth.
The throw to the outside is complete. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. And the Bears are facing 3rd and inches. He'll keep it on the sneak.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get moving.
Man, I know that defensively too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successful.
This has got to be frustrating if you're the offensive coordinator because you've had receivers open down the field, just haven't had time to get them the football. This defense doing an outstanding job with their pass rush.
On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Quarterback can pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Oh, that slithered right through his fingers and would have been his 2nd interception of the game. Instead, it's 4th down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Bears!
And it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
Lining up to add another. And it's up and good. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. Cool as a cucumber. Hands team makes a sure catch. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time Quick pass on the jet motion. Spins away from the defender. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. Gets it past the marker. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. The defense calls the timeout. They're second of the day as they try to get their act together. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The give to the back. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Rock Chalk. That one ought to give them firm control of this game, and they have gotten things going here, about to move to 4-1. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And the point after is good. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. And it'll be it. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
With the catch, it's DeMarco. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. To the air. It's Bean. Right on the money. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. On 4th down, going to the air. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Makes a catch. 1st down and maybe a lot more. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one. The Bears will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to throw it. There's the pressure. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
After the incompletion, they go back up top. Looking down the middle. It's caught. Right on the money with that throw. The defense was there, but they are in the red zone with a 1st down at the 12. Looking to throw on 1st down. Touchdown, Baylor! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
One thing you know about this offense, they're going to keep fighting, right? They're down on the scoreboard right now, but they're trying everything they can. Nice job there, finding a way to score that touchdown. And listen, we've seen crazier things happen before in college football. This thing ain't over until there's zeros on the clock.
Ready to try the point after. Right down the boulevard. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. They're definitely up against it. Time running out. Down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick. The Kansas offense returns to the field. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Really nice job stopping. The problem is you have 0 timeouts left. You cannot stop the clock right now through the defense, so this has got to be excruciating for them. They know the offense is just going to take their time before they snap the ball.
And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. And this field goal attempt might just seal the deal by making it a 3-score game late. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offense.
Dial it up and let it run. I mean, that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. Everything seemed to work through throwing the football, in the intermediate passing game, the RPOs, the run game, David. This was just clinical offensive football.
And offenses have evolved so much. They can do so many different things, and they know how to use their playmakers, get speed and space, make those big plays.